Hi guys, welcome to the Batcave. In today's video, we are going to discuss what's going on with Batman. The character, the comic books, the animated movies, the TV shows, and everything else to do with Batman. Let's get into it.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. Fear. I'm vengeance.
So let's start off by giving you a quick update about what on earth is going on with this channel. It's been a while since I've uploaded here. I'm even in a different studio from when you last would have seen me on camera. There's been so much going on. We have tons of YouTube channels, too many, and a lot of them take a lot of work. Right now I'm leaning on a Warhammer table where we have just been filming an epic battle of Warhammer 40,000. You can go and check that out over on the Tabletop Alliance 40k. If you're into that sort of thing. We've even moved premise. This is a completely new business venue called The Arena here in Newport, South Wales. It's a Warhammer tournament centre. I like Warhammer, if you can't tell. But when I do get a chance to talk about all things Batman, I will take that opportunity. I just can't guarantee regular content. I do apologize. I'm trying my best, guys. Anyway, I thought a nice first video back would be for me to just take a rundown of all Batman-related news, what's been going on in, the DC movies, the animated studios, comic books, and so on and so forth. We'll start off with the current comic book developments. If you're unaware, there was a new creative direction taken in around September 2025, where the mainline Batman comic book series relaunched with a new issue 1 with a completely new creative team. It was writer Matt Fraction and artist Jorge Jimenez, or George Jimenez. I'm not quite sure on the pronunciation there, I'm very sorry. It's described to be a new superhero-forward Batman. The creative team is shifting away from the grittier, more depressing themes of recent years, and they plan to tell a series of lighter, more self-contained stories that portray Batman as a more classic and fun-loving hero for Gotham once more. Now, personally, I am not a fan of this decision. I do like the new Batman design, going back to the grey and the blue and, the less dark and gritty sort of tones that come from Christian Bale's Batman. However, I don't think Batman should be described ever as a fun-loving hero. That's not Batman. That's not Batman at all. So that's a big thumbs down from me. Batman should be dark and gritty. The stories can be a bit more light-hearted, but Batman as a character should be dark and depressing. Everything he does comes from a very depressing background, very depressing motivation. Fun-loving. Ugh. Anyway, there is the Absolute Batman series, which is completely separate and being headed by Scott Snyder. It's a monthly title. It started about a year ago. It operates in DC's new Absolute Universe, which is intended to be a darker, more anarchic take on the character. Fine by me. Then looking at the animated universe, we have the announcement of the Nightfall animated adaptation. This is an animated movie series based on the classic Batman Nightfall storyline, and it was announced just this month. This story is of how the villain Bane broke Batman's back, and it's going to be adapted into a multi-part film, with the first part scheduled for 2026. Now, most Batman fans will know that the Nightfall story is huge in Batman lore, and in my opinion, this is something that's long overdue. So this is great news for fans of Batman animated content, which, let's be honest, is still arguably some of the best Batman content in any media form. Then, looking at the live-action content, of course, there was the Penguin series, which was a HBO miniseries starring Colin Farrell, which premiered about a year ago as well. It's a spin-off to the Batman movie from 2022, and of course sets the stage for the sequel. Now, I didn't actually cover anything about the Penguin. It sort of happened in my year off of this channel. If you do want me to cover it, I have watched it. I was a big fan of it. I thought it was fantastic. But if you do want me to do some breakdowns, some reviews, some coverage of that series, then please let me know in the comments down below. I'd be more than happy to do that for you. The series does set up the Batman sequel, which has had delay after delay. We know that the film is starring Robert Pattinson and is being headed, I guess, by James Gunn, assuming still directed by Matt Reeves. The current planned release date is October 1st, 2027, so we still have pretty much a further 2 years to wait. meaning 5 years between releases of the Batman movies. And despite fan concerns over the delays and the conflicting rumors behind the project, James Gunn has confirmed the film is still on track. He also stated that the DC Universe film franchise will feature a different actor playing Batman. This separate DCU Batman will be introduced in the film Batman, the Brave and the Bold, meaning there will be 2 live-action versions of Batman running concurrently. Again, I don't think this is necessarily a bad thing. We have dealt with it in the comic books for decades, right? There's always been Batman the Brave and the Bold and the Batman and Detective Comics and this and that. And there's always tons of different Batman stories running simultaneously, and fans are okay with it, and it's, if anything, a huge positive. Because like we said earlier in this video, not every Batman is for every Batman fan. I may prefer a grittier and darker version of the character, while you may prefer a fun-loving version of Batman. Well, by having multiple stories running in multiple different titles, we are all happy. We all get what we want, right? And I think that having 2 versions of a live-action Batman is fine. We know that Robert Pattinson's Batman is dark and gritty. That pleases me. And the chances are in The Brave and the Bold, judging by how Superman was in terms of tone, we're going to get a more fun-loving Batman. And that's fine too. I love Batman as a character, and I'm okay with having different versions of it. It's not a bad thing. And that's the main bulk of big Batman news that's been going on right now in recent months. The first issue of the new Batman, the fun-loving Batman, was released around a month ago, and I am planning on doing a review of that. I could probably include issue 2 at the same time if you guys are interested. Again, I don't want to put out content that you guys don't want to see, so let me know in the comments if you're interested in watching something like that. I'll talk briefly about a rumor that I've also heard over the last week. This is a rumor, and I would take this with a rather large pinch of salt. And I have heard that Netflix is dabbling in the idea of trying to license the Snyderverse as a separate entity, essentially. So we know that they have done some stuff with Zack Snyder. We know that there is still a ginormous Snyderverse following. It's ridiculous. Like, it's part of the reason why the Superman movie did bad, because Snyderverse fans just hate-bombed it really badly. I haven't talked about Superman either, and I'll be honest, while it wasn't perfect, I enjoyed it, and I'm okay with the DC Universe set in that style and that tone. Again, anything new that comes that we're not huge fans of, or it doesn't tick every box that we want, it doesn't mean that the stuff that we've loved before goes away. We still have Batman vs. Superman, Justice League, if that's the kind of thing you're into. We still have the Nolan trilogy. You don't have to love every element of the character that comes out. Like I said, it's good to have different versions to try and please multiple areas of the fandom. Whether or not this rumor is true and Netflix are going to try and continue the Snyderverse with Henry Cavill, with Dwayne Johnson apparently, I'm going to say highly unlikely. But hey, rumors are rumors, and they should not be believed until they are confirmed by a reputable source. Again, let me know your thoughts on that crazy rumor in the comments down below. I just feel like the Snyderverse rumors are never going away. It's crazy. Last thing from me before I go, I want to put out a heartfelt thank you for everyone who watches the content on this channel that has kept the channel alive over the last year with no uploads, because, well, I've put out the odd short and stuff like that to try and, keep the interest there, keep the interest alive, and put out my love for Batman in some kind of creative output, because that's what this channel is for me. Batman is like my favorite fictional character ever, and I need to have some kind of outlet to discuss him. Sometimes it comes in just, I need to do a short video, quick, I love Batman, oh! Sometimes we have to wait a year before I can do a full video. Sometimes it's just a news and rumors video like this one. But I genuinely want to thank all of you. The support without anything has still been crazy. The channel still gets views. We have, I think, 2 videos over 1 million views. We're at over 55 or 57,000 subscribers. And yeah, it just amazes me, and you guys are all amazing, and we're all just here sharing our love of the one and only Dark Knight. So thanks. Anyway, guys, thank you for taking the time to watch a video with me today. Have a great day, and I will see you next time on the Batcave.